Hi friends, welcome to Hofa Studies YouTube channel. This is part 36 in Azure Synapse Analytics playlist. In this video, we are going to discuss about how to parameterize your Synapse notebooks in Azure Synapse Analytics. So to parameterize your Synapse notebook, you should actually enable this toggle parameter cell. So firstly, what I mean when I say parameterizing Synapse notebook, that you have to understand, and then how to practically implement that, I am going to show you that as well. So parameterization means, let me explain you with a small demo. Let me go to Synapse Workspace. Now here, let me go to this development tab and let me create a new notebook here. So in this new notebook, let's assume I have a variable like this, maybe like first underscore name. First name is one variable. So again, see, whenever you create any notebook, you should attach it with a Spark pool with which you want to run, and also you should select a default language. So here I selected PySpark, that means Python is my default language. So let's assume, so in this Python code I created a variable called first name, okay, and under first name maybe I passed value like shik shake, okay, and then let's assume I created another variable called name, and here I passed a value like Mahir, okay. Now let's assume I have a full name variable, okay, and this full name is going to be first name, then plus I am basically concatenating, I am basically adding both first name plus then last name, okay. So let's assume this is what my full name variable is. Now finally, if I print the results of this full name, then what this is going to give me? This is going to give me first name contains Sheikh, last name contains Mahir, and full name is nothing but first name plus last name. So it is going to give me Sheikh space Mahir. That is what it is going to give me, right? But if I run this notebook n number of times, every time I am going to get the same value. Why? Because first name variable value and second name variable value are constant. We are not making them parameterized. That means here whatever the value I am supplying here, right, as a hard coded value, same value is going to use every time for the first name, and same value is going to used every time for the last name, and full name is going to be computed accordingly. But the meaning of parameterization is I want to supply value for these variables during runtime. So if I parameterize this notebook, then runtime I can supply for first name maybe take a Sheikh, for the second name maybe take Wafa. So at that case, this print statement is going to give me Sheikh Wafa. And again, when I am running the second time, this notebook, maybe second time I pass first name as Pradeep, last name as Chikatla, then my full name is going to be Pradeep space Chikatla. So during runtime, you will get a capability of passing values into your parameters. So how to get that capability? How to parameterize your notebook? That is what today's video is. So to parameterize your notebook is, firstly, let's assume this is the same code. So you always make sure you declare RUL variables like this. You declare some values also into that variables, okay. The moment you make this cell parameterized like this, by clicking this Eclipse button and by clicking this toggle parameter cell, what will happen? All the variables whatever is available in that particular cell, they become parameters. How to know whether this cell is parameterized or not? If you see, the moment I clicked this Eclipse and the moment I selected this toggle parameter cell, it shows here as a parameter. If I create a new cell here, for that new cell you don't see that parameters. That means if any cell has these parameters, toggle parameters, then all the variables in that particular cell are going to act as parameters. Now in the below cell, if I use full name is going to be like first name plus last name, and here, right, now if I save this particular notebook and if I try to run this notebook from the external sources, maybe from another notebook, then whatever the value I supply into this first name and last name, that values will be taken for the consideration and your full name is going to be compute accordingly. So let me rename this notebook like maybe notebook 1, okay. So now, so you know the logic how it works, right? So I am not going to run this notebook now. Let me publish this. See, you need to make sure whenever you try to call your notebook from another notebook, as I said in my last video, you need to make sure your notebook is published first, because all the referenced notebooks is going to be from the published version only. So now this notebook is published, and here I have this cell where I have two variables, first name and last name, and this cell I parameterized. That means first name and last name are going to be my parameters for this notebook. So now let me go here and let me create another notebook here by clicking this new sign and notebook. I created a new notebook here. So let me name this notebook as notebook 2. Okay, let me minimize this. So this is notebook 2. Let me attach here my Spark pool 1, and here As I said in my last video, if you want to reference any other notebook in my current notebook to run it, then I should use a magic command called %run. Then path to my notebook. So my notebook name is notebook1. You can see here my notebook name is notebook1. Now, as I said in my last video, if this notebook has any parameters, then you can supply that values for those parameters using the dictionary syntax. So that means using key value pairs. So here I can use key value pairs like this basically. So like this. So here my key is going to be my parameter name. So first name is going to act as parameter. So take that and pass it here, and then supply value for this first name. Maybe like I am going to supply like Pradeep. Okay. Then comma, there is another parameter I have inside that notebook, right? So what is that parameter name? In that cell there is another variable also called last name. Let me copy that and come to notebook to paste your parameter name here. Here Chikatla. So I want to supply this. Now using this entire command I am trying to run a notebook called notebook1, and I am supplying values to parameters of notebook1 called first name and last name, and these are the values I am supplying. Now if I execute this notebook2, let's see, this is actually going to run this notebook1 and going to supply whether it is going to print like Sheikh space Mahir, or whether it is going to take this Pradeep and Chiklatla and it will print that. So we have to make sure. So the moment you make any cell parameterized, right, whatever the default values you provide there, those default values is going to override from the values what you supply from your execution. So here from my execution I am supplying Pradeep and Chikatla as values for my notebook1. So these values is going to be overwritten by Pradeep and Chikatla, and my full name is going to be printed as Pradeep Chikatla. So let's wait for the Spark session to start here, and let's try to monitor the results as well. Great. We can see our Spark session is ready now. So in couple of seconds this is going to execute this code, and this is going to print the results. See, it printed Pradeep Chikatla. Why? Because first name parameter taken Pradeep, second name parameter value taken as Chikatla, and these default values got overwritten, and Pradeep came here and Chikatla came here, and finally we are computing full name using this concatenation syntax, and we are printing it. So now let's go back here. Now let me supply here like Sheikh and Wafa maybe. So let's try to rerun and let's make sure by 2-3 execution. See, it is printing fine. So that means this notebook1 is acting as parameterized notebook. So I want to stress one more point here. Always try to have a habit of keeping all your parameters into one cell, and then separate your rest other code into separate cell. Don't combine your logic also into the cell where you created parameters using this toggle parameter cell syntax or toggle parameter cell feature. If you do that, you are going to see the incorrect results actually. Let me also practically show you what I mean. For example, let's assume if I keep this full name line, right, that also if I keep here, that means I kept this logic of computing my full name also into the cell where I marked that cell as a toggle parameters. So let me toggle this. Okay, now what will happen, right? Now if I run this code like this, then it is not going to work. Let me practically show you that first, and then let me explain why that will actually happen. So before running it, I need to make sure to publish the changes. Why? Because I did a change here. I removed, I kept this full name logic also into this cell only where I marked that cell for the parameters. So let's wait for the publish to complete here. Okay, so publish completed. Now let's come back to our notebook2, and now let me run this code and see the results. See, it is printing Sheikh Mahir, but I passed Sheikh Wafa. So why that is happening? If you closely observe, you made this entire cell as a parameterized, and the moment you do that, what will happen? All the variables inside this cell will be going to consider as parameters. That means first name will be considered as parameter and you are supplying value to it, and also second name last name also is going to be parameterized. That means you are also supplying value for the last name also. But there is another variable called full name. Even this full name is going to act as a parameter. Even again here also you have one variable called first name, here also you have one variable called last name. Even these variables also is going to act as a parameters. So but as per your syntax of the run command, you are not supplying values for the all the parameters. So automatically what happened, this notebook is going to consider all the default values for the execution, and according to the default values it is going to print Sheikh Mahir only. So that is the reason always try to have a habit of keep a separate cell for your parameters and declare all the parameters there and mark that cell as a toggle parameter cell. And remaining all other logic of your implementation, you keep it into the separate cell, and then publish the changes, and then use this run command syntax and pass the values for your parameters accordingly. Okay, so always try to have that separation of the cells for the parameters and for your implementation, then only you will see your logic actually working good. Okay, so now let me go to the presentation. So I think that's it in this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and you understood how to parameterize your notebook. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get the notification whenever I add videos. Thank you so much.